All right, you're being challenged to create a for-profit social venture in fashion and the clothing industry. Your idea must create a measurable positive impact on people and the planet and support the United Nations in meeting the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, by 2030 deadline. So last year, it was getting people back to work. That is Hult Prize. Hult Prize is a challenge for young people around the world to solve the planet's most pressing issues through social entrepreneurship. So you create a social venture that makes money, but also solves issues that are pressing. Last year, we were coming out of COVID-19 pandemic, and most people had been laid off. Economic centers all around the world shattered, and livelihoods have been lost. And Hult Prize decided it was time that university students and young people all across the world came up with ideas on how we can get these people, all of them, back to work by 2030. The winning idea last year on the global challenge was Eco Banner. We had Eco Banner here for their first interview straight out of the campus round where they had won at St. Paul's University, went on to win the regionals, went on to win in New York for the 2022 Hult Prize Global Finals, and you can see them there smiling with Bill Clinton being handed their trophy. And we're back again to St. Paul's University, the home of champions, the home of all the ideas, and hoping that this time round again they go for another $1 million, and we're all rich. A shilling might turn to $1 million, and we're all rich. I'm joined by the winning team from St. Paul's University this time round, Rayon Brand Fashion Company. On air with me is Beryl. She is the team leader of this new idea and startup that hopefully will be heading to the finals eventually to win the $1 million. The campus team leader, Beryl Kitui, joining me on set. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm fine too, thank you. How are things over at St. Paul's University? Especially since last year someone won the $1 million. I'm sure nyote mnatembea like $1 million compound, and the energies are all the way through the roof. How's the feeling?
Yeah, the feeling is good, and we are hoping also that this year we are going to bring the cup at home.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think last year was the first time that Hult Prize chapter began at St. Paul's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so inaugural and going all the way to the finals, that's something noteworthy and commendable. So shout out to Yahalo Tieno for leading that team over there. How did you get to hear about Hult Prize yourself?
So I'm in my second year.
Mm-hmm.
So last year in the January to April semester, that's when I heard about the Hult Prize Club in the school.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I heard was Eco Banner.
Mm-hmm.
So I got interested, what is Eco Banner? So when I came to hear about it, the idea they had, I got interested.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best part was when they won the $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I got more motivated.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see what can I do so that I can also win the $1 million.
Right.
So that's when I met one of the committee members of Hult Prize,
Mm-hmm.
who is also my team member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we talked. So at one point we were shooting a video about Hult Prize, and we were part of that. So after that, we thought of coming up with an idea, and that's how we began.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's a great way, of course, learning by seeing what others have done. It's a great motivation for yourself to also pursue this path. Rayon Brand Fashion Company. This year, Hult Prize is looking for social ventures, for-profit ventures, which are innovating around fashion and the clothing industry. How has your idea been able to align itself with this call to action?
So Rayon Brand Fashion Company is a company that deals with making fabric textile.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are in the textile industry.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be part of the textile industry.
Mm-hmm.
So we came up with an idea of how we can improve the fashion industry.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing, so we have this idea I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. but-
Yes, for sure. This is the platform to do that.
Yeah, so we are making fabric
Mhm.
using maize.
Mhm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, but yeah, we just thought of maybe maize. Not only can it give us food,
Mhm.
but we also thought maybe we can come up with something else that is more beneficial to the people.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What's the underlying problem now that Rayon Brand Fashion Company will be seeking to solve with this innovation?
okay, the problem we are solving is we're bringing the cheaper fabric to the market, and it's readily available.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you using in maize? Because there's there's the maize itself, there's the maize cob, there's the stem, there's a stalk. There are the leaves. Which part of this maize is it that's coming to fabric and eventually to my clothing?
It's just the maize plant. Yeah, I won't be specific, but it's just the maize plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay to hide some trade secrets like the Coca-Cola ingredients. What kind of products then will we be able to find from Rayon Brand Fashion Company eventually when this comes to light?
So the first thing from Rayon, we are hoping to produce now the fiber, and then the second thing is the fabric, and then maybe later on we'll have Rayon cloths. Yeah.
Okay. And this is something that you're hoping to also make profit out of.
Yeah.
How's that going to look like? What's the plan for profitability? Towards, of course, because here, according to the 2023 Hult Price Challenge, maybe as you get to give us your answer there, looking for young people who are solving the world's most pressing social issues through social entrepreneurship, for-profit social entrepreneurship.
Okay, so the first thing is that our materials are readily available, so it won't be that hard to get the materials. And then secondly, our profit, how we'll get our profit is maybe selling the fiber to the textile industries, and then selling our own fabric to tailors, wholesalers. And then, yeah, we have our own calculations, and we know how we're going to get our profit from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure. How big is your team at the moment? You mentioned there's one that you approached was in the Hult Prize Committee. How big so far?
We are just 4. Yeah.
All right. What's the constitution like? You are the team leader, and these other people's roles now, for sure.
Yeah, I'm the team leader. We have 2 gents. So one deals with financial, and then the other one deals with IT, and then one lady who is now the project manager. Yeah.
All right. Second year in campus and already gone into entrepreneurship and in such ventures. How does that feel for you to be interacting on a business level? When I'm guessing initially when you came to St. Paul's, it was I'm going to get myself a degree. Alafu sasa second year you realize, I could get $1 million while at this degree journey. How does that feel for you right now? And what's the lessons? What have the lessons been like getting into this entrepreneurship journey?
So the first thing is that entrepreneurship is not easy. Yeah, since it's the first time I'm engaging in that line of business. So it's a bit challenging, but all in all, I've learned so much. We have a few mentors that they're coaching us on what you're supposed to do. So yeah, the journey is still on, and we are hoping to get the $1 million to have our own company in various places.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you like your regionals to be? Because I think people get to decide, is it?
Yeah.
Where do you want yours to be, or have you already decided where that's going to be?
We are hoping to have our regionals in Dubai. Yeah, so.
In person?
Yeah, as a team. Yeah.
All right. When finally, because when Echo Banner was here, I said I'm not going to use the word if, I'm going to use when they win their $1 million. And call me Nabi or any other name, but I think I prophesied it and they won, yeah? Still waiting for my 1%, yeah? When you win the $1 million, what are your expectations in terms of implementation and scaling this idea?
So when we win the $1 million US, we are hoping to create a few companies, branches of the companies. The main branch will be in Trans Nzoia County.
Okay.
So we are hoping to reach out to various counties, mostly Turkana, the side, I think it's the northern part. Yeah, where so we are making uniforms mostly. That's the key. So we are making uniforms. So we are hoping that when we get the $1 million US, we'll be able to reach out to people in Turkana and those places that they don't have uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's actually a great great way to do social impact. Yeah. Giving back to society through the kind of products that you're already planning to go and create eventually. Now, finally, for people who have not heard of Hult Prize, they are in campus, and for the first time they've seen on air, and they've heard of this great promise of people winning money all over and creating businesses and big money for that matter. How can we entice them to also think about social entrepreneurship and also get to try Hult Prize next year? Because I think this time round the campus round is already done across most campuses. Yeah. So maybe the next round, what can they get to look forward to and be excited for?
So about Hult Prize, I think it's something that is in the universities, most of the universities. So I can just encourage my fellow entrepreneurs, try Hult Prize. It's a big deal, and even if you feel maybe it's something you cannot do, just try whatever idea you have in mind. Try to implement it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's actually a great way to call to action. So check out Hult Prize. You can follow up the happenings all across this journey as it goes to the finals. We've been following up with the other campuses, Kenyatta University, there with Winnie and Desmond Smith as well, and also University of Nairobi. St. Paul's University is here with us on set today. We are going to have a conversation with the other campuses as well in the next Tuesday, so be tuned in for that and hear what kind of solutions they're offering to the current pressing problems that are facing this nation. Thank you very much, Beryl, for creating time for us this morning.
Thank you for the invite.
And all the best.
Thank you.
And once you win the $1 million, make sure you're passing by here to hapa before ufikishe briefcase St. Paul's.
Okay.
Pitie tu hapa kidogo.
Okay.
All right, going to sample your feedback and then we can see what you guys have said as we are closing up the show. I think it's 9:54 in the morning. We will not be getting enough time to go and round it up, but here more comments on that poor maintenance. Yeah, I think I left a comment here halfway through. It was saying that Dash aircrafts are small-scale commercial. The Embraer is more of a private jet company, but a crash landing, especially 3 in a month, symbolizes poor maintenance. And this 3 in a month symbolizes poor maintenance, and this might be due to poor maintenance, and this might be due to a poor pay and motivation of the KQ staff. Established airlines do a check after every landing with aircraft grounded if they're not in flying conditions. So the comment is that possibly the demotivated employees who are experiencing poor pay are not doing the necessary checks before flying out or after flying in. That's a wonderful way of thinking. This is a comment to you, Beryl and Rayon. That's a wonderful way of thinking. Global solution by finding a local way. Fabric are a basis of fashion. So far, so good. They should work to package it in such a way that even the most out of this world questions can be answered in a millisecond. So think about that and all the best as you go out there.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Biashara Tuesday since we began at 7 in the morning. It's Now, closing time. I've been happy to interact with you across all the discussions we've had, from the newspaper review to information disorder to Hult Prize, and also that very heated discussion with Vincent Odundo on the newspaper review. I have to think about it for the rest of the day. So as you go out there, think about how you can buckle up, because the tough times are lasting, but tough people last even longer. So we'll be seeing you next week on Tuesday for KUTV Rise Today Biashara Tuesday. But before that, remember, on Monday morning, you do get Art and Culture with Karen Blessing, and then I'll be back with Matters of Business. As I always say, interact with me on all social platforms. My name is Richard Okenye, at Richard_Okenye. If you want to have breakfast in bed, sleep in the kitchen. I'll see you.